Hi all, this is your girl Natasha, and I'm serving tea, Newsflash, and I guess you people say, or the ones that know me, are saying you're upset about this news, but yes. The news is that Cookie Tookie, aka Samantha James, other trans girl that me and her used to get into it. She would read me, I would read her. It would all be for fun, sometimes shade. She's passed away. And I will say allegedly, but she's passed away. Now, you know, Cookie Tookie suffered from horrible substance abuse and alcohol abuse. She wouldn't go get help no matter how much she tried. She just couldn't get clean or sober and stay that way. She would, and then she would fall off the wagon. I would say Cookie Tookie's about maybe in her middle 40s, pushing 50. One for you, Cookie. And I'm thinking about the good times that I had reading Tookie Cookie, she reading me. And I'll never forget when I was so disappointed because I was going to visit my friend in PA, my family in New York, and I flew into Philadelphia International Airport in Pennsylvania, where Cookie lived, and turned it out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the 215, as she would say. And I will never forget when I flew in, I showed me or getting off the plane, proving to the girls I was in Philadelphia. I showed Philadelphia International Airport, hoping to meet Tookie Cookie, because she had ever said if I was in Philadelphia, she wanted to meet me and we would have a reading session. And yeah, I arrived and they told me she was locked up. Cookie Tookie was good for prison, in and out of prison, in and out of the mental institution. Where wasn't Cookie in and out of? But it was her addiction that was so horrible. And Cookie Tookie was funny. When she wanted to do her thing and she was sober, she could succeed. She would have been very funny. But then I guess that green monster and that drinking, she also was jealous of T.S. Madison. And I used to tell her, knock it off, stop being jealous of T.S. And sometimes, you know, the girls, our community, of black trans girl community, some of us would be trying to pit Cookie Tookie against T.S. Madison. I mean, the list goes on with what they would try to start. And it became T.S. Madison versus Cookie Tookie. I never partook in that because when I was introduced to Tookie Cookie, I had no idea she knew T.S. Madison, and I liked T.S. Madison. I met T.S. Madison first. So I'm a Maddie Mob, and then I met Tookie Cookie. And I remember when she came for me, and I was coming for her, and she'll be missed. And I also heard the girl, Tookie Cookie, lived in Georgia. Friends tried to help her out. She turned them out, robbed them, wouldn't pay them. I mean, Cookie was scandalous. She was scandalous in Atlanta, so much so that I understand she had to flee from Atlanta, Georgia. Then she hightailed it on a bus to California. She was going to make a new start in California, and it looked like it was starting to happen for her in California, and she ended up doing the same thing in California. People robbing her, giving her money apps, knowing where she's going. She would lie and say it was for a wig, and I knew what it was for. But in the beginning, Cookie Tookie got me, because I don't always tell who I cash app. And I cashed that Cookie a couple of times. Believe it or not, I have spoken personally on my phone to Tookie Cookie. Yes, me, Natasha, me and Cookie Tookie really. Sometimes we did talk on the phone. And she was like, oh, girl, you scatty catty, her sayings, foo-foo. And she was like playing in my face, and that's how I think playing in my face, you hear it all over YouTube by content creators. And that was one of Cookie Tookie's famous sayings. She started all of that, playing in my face. Stunty cunty. Stop playing in my face. And a host of other little things that she would say. And it's sad that she did not get her life together and do better, because Cookie, she started doing a couple of shows and they were good, but what did she do? She would go off, get high before she did the shows on, YouTube, and they upfronted her money, and what'd she do? Go get high, and you couldn't get anything out of her. She would go to clubs, perform. She was into voguing. She vogued very well. Cookie Tookie was talented. And I heard it was girls, trans women in Atlanta making fun of her, ha ha ha, at her death. They named a few that I don't care for. I never did. I'm an older girl of a particular age, so there's not very many younger girls that entertain me when they act a certain age. As Cookie Tookie would say with all that foo-foo. I don't find it funny anymore. I'm older now. I did all of that. But, they make fun of them. And a few girls that have made fun of, they said that the horrible stuff they were saying about Tookie Cookie, they could say for themselves. They drink. They've rolled up blunts doing YouTube videos. They've prostituted. I guess they just didn't take it as far as Cookie Tookie did. That's the difference. You see, you can't throw stones when you live in a glass house. And some of these girls that are laughing, making fun of Tookie Cookie, they do the same thing Cookie Tookie does. But they don't take it to the extent Cookie Tookie did. Okay, so that's my shade to some of them who thought it was hilarious and making jokes when Cookie Tookie passed. Okay, I know a few of you girls that have been named and the tea that y'all do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know. I feel so bad because I was wondering, where is Tookie Cookie? Is she coming back? I knew the last time I had heard something about her, she was in LA. And she was trying to. I know she ended up in a mental hospital in LA. Then she had prison time for. I think she attacked an old man, a trick, and she did 3 years for that. She used to be around in the malls, acting up in LA. I know she did time in LA, pulling a stunt at the airport. LA airport. I mean, it was nothing for Tookie Cookie to fly into an airport, go into the novelty store and try to steal, or stay overnight in there, or steal someone's bag off the plane in baggage claim. Oh my God. Yes, Cookie Tookie got caught in the airport. She had flown in again from Philadelphia, I believe, or Atlanta, one of those states. And she had no luggage, and she went to the baggage claim and stole somebody's luggage. But the security people, guards in there caught her. She did time for that. Yes, I kept up with Cookie Tookie. And then there were times she would try to, talk, walk all around Philadelphia, take us on a tour. Michael Jackson, when she was in LA, looking at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She showed us all of that. And I was just hoping that she would get herself together, but it was never meant to be, I guess. I don't know how she passed. Probably overdose. Somebody killed her. She pulled a stunt. She used to hang out with seedy characters. I remember she would video her hanging out with seedy trans women. And they were addicts too. They stole her money, bank cards. I mean, it was a lot of stunts that were pulled on Tookie Cookie, and a lot of stunts that Cookie Tookie pulled, and a lot of girls that Cookie Tookie hurt and ripped off that tried to help her. And so I guess when you live by the sword, you die by it. So I guess a lot of girls, they gave her so many chances and did so many things that they don't care. They just laugh and make fun of her death. I guess because she's never done anything like that to me, I found I can easily find forgiveness. And she's never really done anything for me but us going back at it. And I'm talking about her wigs she would wear for months. And sometimes she was a famous booster. How many times did Cookie Tookie get caught for stealing? And she would even show us in a store, then the camera would go off and then come back on and she's out with an item that she mopped. Mop is when you steal. That's from my era, mopping. That means stealing. And then Cookie would go steal her a new wig, as we call gildas, or Cookie would add a flair to it, Gilda Matilda. Yeah, Cookie was hilarious, but I just wanted everyone to know that she's passed, and I hope that finally, I know finally, she'll be clean. And even though she did all those terrible things, I hope she goes to heaven. I hope God forgives her and she goes to heaven and she'll find peace there. And she'll be clean. God knows she'll be clean. And I really hope that that's where she goes, heaven. Because I believe there's a heaven, and I hope that that's where Cookie Tookie is. Because she was sick. She could not help herself. Also, she had mental issues. So she really couldn't help herself. She had so much going on. But, oh well. Now she's out of her misery. And like I said, I don't know how she passed. I heard she was having health problems. Someone told me that a long time ago. I think it was Miss Tracy. Yeah, Tracy, I have to ask you. I don't know if it were you that at one time had said, did I know Cookie Tookie was having health issues? But all that know her and loved her and liked her and hated her or whatever you did, she's gone. And I remember my sister Dimple, when I would come for Cookie Tookie in the chat, when she had a chat, Dimples would get on me. And I'm looking for my sister Dimples. I hope she comes around. Y'all, I'd like to, like I said, I want to get my YouTube channel started. I don't know which way I want to go, my niche, but December, you will be hearing from me. But in December, I'm going to it's December, this month. I'm going to take this time to decide which way I want to go and get the SteamYard and see what it do, or let it do what it do, as my friend Christopher would say, who many accuse me of dumping him or we're dating or whatever. Me and Chris are just friends. So, with that, once again, my people, Cookie Tookie, a.k.a. Samantha James, she has passed. And I understand that she is from Miami, Florida. She was raised there. She was raised there. And then she came to Philadelphia. And she was adopted. And she had a sister. Her sister tried to help her stay clean, to no avail. So it's really a sad thing. How am I feeling? Like I said, I feel a little sad. But I knew it was coming. I knew Tookie couldn't go on the way she was going the last time I saw her. She had gotten dark. She wasn't taking care of herself. It's just a shame. But once again, I just want to say, our trans community, especially us black trans girls, we need to stick together more. We're so quick to throw shade, who's realer, who's this, who's that. I'm glad I don't give all that. I'm a woman of a particular age. I have a birthday at the end of December. Capricorn, holla. I don't have time for that foolishness with some of these girls. No, The girls who are really doing something I admire, that's what you do. I think it needs to be more visibility of us trans women on TV. You see a lot of gay men on TV, real effeminate on TV. So it needs to be more trans visibility, more trans women. T.S. Madison has broke the door open. Laverne Cox. And I'm trying to think, Laverne Cox. She has broken barriers for us trans women, black trans women. Then the series Pose about us black trans women in the 80s. They've thrown a lot of, they've broken a lot of doors. I don't know what this all black channel's about, but I think Maddie's doing something there, I believe. So I want to check it out. But yeah, those are some notable girls that have broken barriers. But I want more barriers broken. I want, like when you see on talk shows, I like to see a trans woman with a talk show, an intelligent one, not one who drinks, smokes, act crazy, intelligent one, because that's what society thinks of us, that we are but some men in dresses. They don't take us serious as women. Or some clowns like One Love, or some trans women like One Love, who want to pit themselves against biological women when there's no comparison. We each have a lane as a trans woman and a lane as a biological woman, and we respect each other. We can coexist. My path to womanhood is my path to womanhood, and a biological woman is her path to womanhood. And there's no way that I could pick her, a biological woman, apart. And vice versa. Because we are who we are. And respect is needed. Especially among us black trans women and black biological women. Not all, but just some of us. I mean, I just wish that I know I respect it. And it will start with me, because they know here on YouTube I don't disrespect you women, biological women. I love you all. I pay homage to you ones that I love, that I visit their chat. And even the ones I can't stand, I just don't watch them. I don't have time to pick them apart. So, yes, my loves, Cookie Tookie has passed. And if I find out further news about it, I will let you guys know. I love you all. And that was a Newsflash and tea. And next time, I'll serve you Lorna Doones. Anyway, you guys, you have a beautiful Sunday. And I love you all. Mwah. Bye.